Welcome back guys. Teleplay demo is now available on Steam Store. In this video I'll be testing it on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11. This game was originally launched for the PlayStation 5 platform in April 2024. The PC version is scheduled to be released on 12 June 2025, in just 11 days from now. The game is developed by Studio Shift Up and published by PlayStation. In US it's priced at around $60. In India it's priced at around Rs 4800. The publisher didn't employ regional pricing. If they had done that, the game would have been priced at around Rs 2400 in India. Very disappointing stuff. At least we have access to the game's demo to test the game's performance. It's an action-adventure hack-and-slash game in which the players take control of the protagonist Eve as she embarks on a mission to save humanity from a relentless war against the Nativas in a distant future. I have already done my testing on Rog Ally. The game runs very nicely. Stuttering is not a problem even when the game uses Unreal Engine 4. The game officially supports FSR 3.1, both upscaling and frame generation, but for some reason frame generation did not work properly on Ally. It didn't improve the performance after I enabled it, not sure why. The game even supports DLSS frame generation, so I just injected Nukem9 Mod into the game via Optiscaler Mod. It replaced in-game DLSS frame generation with FSR frame generation and it worked very nicely on Rog Ally. I even used Fakenvapi API to replace the in-game reflex implementation with AntiLag too. Even that mod worked. I'll show you the complete process in this video. First I'll run the game without any mods installed. Adrenaline settings for the game, FreeSync, VSync and AntiLag settings enabled. For this game I have set the UMA buffer size to 6GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 341. I have installed Ally's latest official GPU driver that added support for Doom the Dark Ages using a 27 watts manual profile. All three power values set at 27 watts. 900p resolution, CPU boost disabled. Connected my 8-bit to Ultimate 2C controller to Ally via 2.4 GHz wireless mode. Launch the game. In the demo, we play through the game's opening section, even get to fight against the level's main boss. Our progress will get carried over to the full game. Display settings, display mode set to full screen mode, screen resolution set to 900p, VSync off, no FPS cap applied. Game supports HDR, Ally does not support it. Motion blur and camera shake set to nil. Film grain chromatic aberration disabled. Estimated VRAM usage is shown here, 6.35 GB, we'll see. Upscaler set to FSR 3. Game does not support XeSS upscaler, at least the demo. DLSS 4 upscaler, it's for RTX GPUs. Reflex low latency. FSR 3 is preset set to quality, sharpness level 3. Frame generation disabled for the time being. I have set most of the settings to medium. Environment texture set to low. Medium. Quickly scroll down. Disable post-processing effects from here like depth of field, chromatic aberration, film grain, motion blur. That's it. Using custom Afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. That's our character Eve. FSR upscaler makes her hair look a bit pixelated. See, we are in, accompanied by a drone. You can use the drone to highlight the objects and enemies in the environment, like this spider, whatever it is. Hack and slash. FPS is close to 55. That's really good to see. Keep an eye on the frame pacing graph. It's mostly a flat line even during combat. Block our enemies attacks by holding the L1 key like this. You don't parry the attacks, just need to press the L1 key right before the enemy attack lands. Try to execute a parry. Almost got it. There you go. VRAM usage is close to 4.7 GB. It will increase. Depends on the area. Slicer. Tough enemy. I'll use my special ability here. Sliced it. Some things flashing here. Picked up the item. 45 to 60 FPS. Okay, now I'll enable the in-game FSR frame generation implementation. Let's see what's going on. AMD FSR frame generation on, and just restart the game in order to apply the setting. I restart the game, loaded it from the same sequence. Unfortunately, it did not help. You can see FPS is still close to 55. This is with the in-game FSR frame generation setting on. If frame generation was working, FPS should have increased, which did not happen. Okay, so now I'll show you how to install Nukem9 Mod in this game. We'll be using Optiscaler Mod to inject it. We'll also use Optiscaler Mod to inject Fakenvapi API, which will replace Reflex with AntiLag 2. We'll be using the Daria build of Optiscaler. Version 0.7.7 Preview 9 can be downloaded for free from Optiscaler's GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Scroll down until you find the asset section. Expand it. Click on the .7g link here. We'll use version 1.2.2 of Fakenvapi API uploaded by Fakenvapi on GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Just expand the asset section. Click on the .7g link. Download will start. We'll be using build 0.130 of Nukem9 Mod universal version. Can be downloaded for free from Nexus Mods website. Just need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on manual download under universal, then click on slow download. Download will start. First I'll install Optiscaler Mod. Just open the mods archive file, copy the highlighted files, 3 of them. Open the game's install directory, select the game in your Steam library, right click, manage, click on browse local files, open SP folder, open binaries folder, open Win64 folder, paste the files here. Change the name of optiscaler.tll file to txgi.tll. Now open optiscaler.ini file. Set tx12 upscaler to XeSS. Mod comes with XeSS version 2 upscaler. Set FG type to Nukems, as we will be using Nukem9 Mod. Click on file, click on save. Open the game's install directory again. Open SP folder, open plugins folder, open runtime folder, open NVIDIA folder, open DLSS folder, binaries folder, third party, Win64, copy this TLL file, nvn gx_DLSS. Need to paste it in the directory where we install Optiscaler Mod. SP, binaries, Win64, right here. Change the file name from nvn gx_DLSS to nvngx. Hit enter. Now I'll install Nukem9 Mod. Open the mods archive file. Open DLL_version folder. Copy this DLL file, DLSS G2 FSR3, AMD is better. Open the game's install directory. Open SP folder. Open binaries folder, Win64, paste the mod file here. Now I'll install Fakenvapi API. Open its archive file. Copy the 2 files present inside this archive file. Need to paste them in the same directory where we install Optiscaler Mod. SP folder, binaries, Win64, right here. That's it, we are ready to run the game. Eternal in settings. From here I'll just disable AntiLag, FreeSync and VSync on. In-game display settings, same as before. 900p resolution, VSync off, no FPS cap applied, post-processing effects disabled. Graphics settings, upscaler set to DLSS4, this means our mods are working. Using the upscaler's quality preset, just set DLSS frame generation to 2 times, don't set it to automatic. After enabling frame generation, DLSS frame generation, Reflex will get enabled. The mod will replace it with AntiLag 2. Make sure to restart the game in order to apply the change. Same settings as before, environment texture set to low, rest of the settings set to medium, with post-processing effects like depth of field, chromatic aberration, frame gain, motion blur disabled. I'll just enable AntiLag 2's latency monitor by pressing its hotkey combo Alt Shift and L. Keep pressing the combo to cycle through the different display options. Latency value. We are in. Just open Optiscaler menu by pressing the insert keyboard key. Yeah, there it is. Increase its size. Click on the drop down bar next to UI scale. Set the value to 1.1. From this drop down bar, make sure XeSS upscaler is selected. Version 2.0.1. Auto Explorer setting is on. State of Nukem9 Mod, it's on. Just click on save INI here. Settings will get saved even after game restart. Close. Pause menu. Your Eve's hair is looking less pixelated now, all thanks to XeSS upscaler. Load the same sequence. Your FPS increased to around 75 with frame generation on. Without it, here we were getting close to 55 FPS. So the FPS increased by around 25. Free performance boost, not bad at all considering the game was hitting the GPU bottleneck even before enabling frame generation. And look at that latency value, 60 milliseconds only. Input delay is not a problem. I'll try to execute a parry, waiting for this thing to attack me. That was a block. That was a perfect parry. Just need to press the L1 key right before our enemy's attack lands. It's done. Play the game for a brief moment. Stunning visuals. You already know this. Platforming elements. Use the bars to swing around. Okay, I need to drop down. Perform an aerial attack on this thing. The time usage increased here. It depends on the area. Perfect parry. Use my special move before the enemy uses their own special move. Highlighting the objective. It's this orange point. Following it. Scan. Already done that. Using my drone. You can always drop the settings to improve the base performance. Help in reducing the latency. Collect the item. This is the game running at 900p resolution. Cutscene. It seems frame generation work even during the cutscenes. No artifacts are produced. Skip the cutscene. Tag the barrels, they'll explode. Explosion did not slow down the game. Good to see. Dodged most of the attacks. Trying to take out the big creature first. That was a perfect dodge. Abilities loaded up. We will unlock more skills as the game progresses. First horde eliminated. You just need to take out this thing now. Difficult enemy. Shouldn't be a problem. Bad timing there. Trying to stun the creature. Perfect dodge. Perfect parry. Use my ability. Here you go. I'll show you a boss fight. Start boss challenge from the game's menu, as I've already beaten the demo. Yeah, this is the boss's arena, the rail yard. I'm expecting the FPS to stay within a range of 60 to 80 during the boss fight. There's the boss. We'll be spamming our moves. Try to dodge its attacks, land the parries. Get the wild swings. Didn't land any move. I use my special move. Look at that frame pacing graph, flat line. So good to see that. Again it landed that move. Why should have dodged that attack? Jumped on me. Need to blink. That was a successful blink. Good start. Trying to stop it from executing its move. The hell is this thing? It's like a chainsaw on its head. That did a lot of damage. Wild scream. So I hope the in-game FSR frame generation will get fixed by the time the game releases. If that does not happen, you can use Nukem9's mod, inject it into the game via Optiscaler Mod. Even AntiLag to implementation works. That was close. Dodge at the last moment. So that's it for the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.